Good afternoon, Patrick. Yeah, we've been bringing you this story for the whole of the afternoon. Earlier we were outside of the Yew Lodge Hotel where at least some of the 250 asylum seekers that are going to be living there for at least the next 12 to 15 months have already been getting accustomed to life here in the sleepy little village of Kegworth. Of course, that's why there is a protest happening right now here, which is about maybe half a mile away from it. This is really the village square, I suppose. There's a small car park, there's a co-op, there's a church over on one side, and then behind me you can see that there's maybe about 100 or so people that have come down to voice their concerns as to the local hotel, which until recently was the place where children would learn to swim, where people would have their weddings. Those sorts of things won't be happening here anymore, and that's really one of the concerns that I've been hearing from people that are here in northwest Leicestershire, just quite close to the Leicestershire, Derbyshire, Nottinghamshire border. It really is about access to resources from what I've been hearing. It also seems to be about ratio. There's only about 4,000 or so people that live here, 250 people moving in, particularly from what I'm hearing, if they are young men. That seems to be raising a little bit of concern in the local community. You can hear people pipping in the background. If it's anything like strikes, that's usually because there's support for it. What you'll also see if you're watching on television is that there is people wearing kind of pink and purple bibs. Those are police liaison officers. Behind my camera, which you can't see, Patrick, there's a big 4x4 police jeep. There's also a classic police car on the other side, and I've probably counted all in all about maybe 6 or 8 police officers that are here at this event. Now, this is the second protest of this sort. Last week there was also a protest. At that protest, at least 2 people were arrested. 2 people have been charged. One of them was a 26-year-old man. He's been charged with assaulting a police officer, expected in magistrate courts in the coming week. And then there was also a 54-year-old man who was charged with obstructing a highway. So that's why this protest is happening here in the centre of town, in an area that's pedestrianised, rather than directly outside of the hotel where it did cover the whole of the street. Now, I'm told that 400 people were there that time. It doesn't seem to be that number right now, but it is quite early, and this protest is expected to lead right up till the parish council meeting, which starts at around 7 o'clock.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, Will, just very quickly, sorry, Will, just very quickly on this. We were all told, I think, initially that this was going to be around 250 Afghan asylum seekers. That appeared to be the line initially, and now maybe that's changing slightly. Do we actually know exactly where all of these people are from?
Yes, well, I think the Home Office reserves the right not to say exactly who these people and exactly where they're from. With any of these sorts of situations, what tends to happen is the local MP, for this instance, Andrew Bridgen, finds out bits of information through their conversation with the Home Office. The Home Office tells them parts of that information, and then they report it to the media and to the public. So I think the idea of potentially them being mainly Afghans may have come from politicians and significant people that might hear a lot more than what is exactly happening. With these sorts of things, they're always a little bit murky, but from the conversations that I've been having with some of the people that are in that hotel, one of them was certainly from Iran and one of them was certainly from Egypt, and it tends to be that they are from Middle Eastern countries and North African countries.